So, halt herzlich willkommen zurück zu den Tales of Berseria. Beim letzten Mal haben wir die Quest mit dem Jungen zu Ende gebracht, der an der 12-jährigen Krankheit leidete, und wir haben angefangen, Titanien nochmal zu erkunden. Denn alles, was uns jetzt noch im Weg steht, das Spiel zu beenden, ist, dass ich alle Orte nochmal besuchen wollte, um zu sehen, ob ich nicht irgendwas verpasst habe. So. Und wir haben Titanien schon angefangen. Ich bin mal wieder leicht erkältet, aber drauf geschissen. Ich will das jetzt endlich mal zu Ende bringen, dieses Spiel. Titania haben wir schon fast fertig erkundet. Und das ist ganz nice. Wow. Jetzt. Krank, Feldspart. Wenn das mal nicht hilfreich ist. Und viel nichts. Okay, dann haben wir noch die hinteren Docks und Titania und dann kann ich schon an andere Orte gehen. Mal gucken, ob ich jetzt wirklich einmal umsonst noch 2-3 Folgen erkunde. Oder ob ich vielleicht doch noch ein paar Quests übersehen habe. Das dürfte spannend werden. Oder auch nicht. Mal gucken. Je nachdem. Seit wann ist hier unten... Oh. Finstertrunk, was gab, Kollege? Ich kann ein paar Betten vorbereiten, wenn ich ausruhen wollt. Klar.
The oldest known map of the world was made by... Wow, it took them decades.
You always look so happy when you've got your nose in a book. What's so interesting about the one you've got there?
It's a book about surveying. When I read it, I can imagine myself traveling afar and making maps of the world. It sounds like so much fun.
I know just how you feel. I know Magilu and the others don't understand. But I just can't help but feel excited when I think about us completing a map of the entire world.
Ich dachte, wir hätten die Map vervollständigt.
Obviously, there's treasure waiting to be unearthed too, but that's more of a bonus on the side. Crossing uncrossable oceans, going to lands where none have gone before. The voyage itself, the dance with death, these things hold value greater than that of any treasure.
Ah, adventure! Truly the romance of the quest we call life.
Laphicet, you had a map, didn't you? The one you dropped when we first met?
It's a world map I got when I was with the Abbey, but I only checked out the places really close by. I could hardly call it adventure.
There's more to adventuring than visiting far-off lands and sailing stormy seas, you know. Adventures are about achieving your ambitions and leaping across the walls we've built to protect ourselves, no matter the danger that waits on the other side. There are no big or small adventures.
Even if I only went to Helavis and the Figol ice caps?
Think of it like this. When you sneaked out of town without the Abbey noticing, when you walked the land and compared it to your map, how did that make you feel?
It was scary, but fun. Exhilarating.
Then it was an adventure. The map you made within yourself is a treasure that's only yours.
Wow, my very own treasure.
Ich glaube, Jenfo würde da widersprechen. So, hä? Immer noch. Ich kann ein paar Betten bereit machen, nö. Was, gibt's eigentlich noch einen Dialog hier? Oh.
Did you ever figure
Hey, der
out that
Käfer.
bug was a stag or a rhinoceros beetle?
Ein Nashirschkäfer.
I still haven't really looked into it.
Why not? Weren't Rokuro and Aizen pretty curious to find out too?
They're why I haven't. They both have really strong opinions, and they both make a believable argument. And if I determined it was a new kind of beetle entirely, my decision would change the very course of their fates.
Na, dann leg los.
Their fates? I think you're exaggerating things.
Hey, what are you guys talking about?
We're still hashing out what that Rhino-Stagros really is. Kiddo here's holding off on his final decision because he's worried about how you'll take it.
You're both adults. Can't one of you just give in so we can move on?
It's a rhinoceros beetle. I'm not backing down on that.
No, it's a stag beetle.
Why not just take off the pointy bits? Then we can all agree it's just a plain old beetle. Simple.
Sounds good to me.
Don't even joke about that. If you took away my swords, I wouldn't have anything left. Same thing goes for a stag beetle and its pincers.
And taking away a rhinoceros beetle's horns is disrespectful to its way of life, and to even suggest it is just plain wrong. No, if we're going to argue it out over this, we need to exhaust every possible angle before coming to a conclusion. It's the right thing to do.
Madam Eleanor! Here's that field guide to rare insects of Midgand you wanted me to get you.
Thanks, Bienfu. Surely this book will have something about that bug. Yeah, here it is. This beetle's real name is
Jetzt erzähl. Jetzt. Oh mein Gott.
Argonathocrassus, the thick-jaw beetle.
It's named for its jaws? That must make it a stag.
It's a drone beetle. The field guide says it's a really rare variety, too. I guess that's that.
No, you're wrong. It's a brand new species. I call it the Laphicet-Rhinostagros.
Dein fucking
That's
Ernst?
my decision and I'm not backing down.
Was? Seit so vielen Stunden haben wir diesen Streit, was jetzt für ein Käfer ist. Und wir haben die Lösung von Eleanor und Bienfu bekommen. Nur damit Laphicet jetzt doch sagt, nee, ich nenne das Ding jetzt Laphicet-Nashirschkäfer. Was zum Teufel? Und es geht anscheinend noch weiter. Wow. Hier wird Geld verschwendet, nur um zu pennen.
How many times do I have to tell you? You just don't get it! You're the one who doesn't get it! You're just making a lot of trouble where there shouldn't be any, old man!
Oh
What did
yeah.
you just call me? Say that again! I dare you!
Sag's nochmal.
Both of you, shut up already! You're making so much noise that I'm tempted to devour your heads just to get some peace and quiet.
Honestly, I find it odd how you pirates, who are on the same side, are always fighting. Yet you don't hesitate to rescue shipwrecked Abbey sailors who are your enemy.
What's so hard to understand about that?
You're treating your ally like your enemy, and your enemy like your ally.
Uff.
Seriously? You still have a lot to learn, apparently. What the hell does the Abbey teach you, exorcists? You talk all about going around helping people, but you don't know the first thing about sailing.
Are you implying that the first thing about sailing is to help your enemies?
I can't explain it to the likes of you. Benwick, you explain it to our esteemed exorcist here.
Well, you see, when somebody out at sea is in trouble, we don't refer to them as allies or enemies. You might think nothing of being aboard a ship, but take a moment to think about how vast and deep the ocean is. Now imagine if you weren't on a ship, if you were out here alone. Sends chills down your spine, doesn't it?
I guess I can't argue with you there.
Out on the sea, even just a single board of driftwood can mean the difference between staying afloat and succumbing to the depths of the water. That's why even when we raid and sink a ship, we pull up anybody who took for the water, and we bring them aboard.
I know it sounds hypocritical to attack someone's ship and then rescue them out of the water, but that's just the way things are on the sea.
You pirates are an interesting bunch.
Plus, if the people we rescue end up getting another ship, we can attack them again and take all their new loot.
You don't go and kill every last prickle boar in the forest, or else you won't have any more to hunt later. It's the way of the world.
And my faith is gone.
Alright, but why were you two fighting to begin with?
Oh, right, that! I remember why. Benwick here came up and started squeezing lemon juice on the perfectly fine fried chicken I just made.
Who wouldn't do that? It's normal.
The way you drench it takes away all the seasoning and complexity of flavor that I worked so hard to get right.
No way! You have to at least put that much on, or it's not worth eating at all.
Oh, forget about the chicken. Who wants to douse these two in a bucket of water instead?
Make it ice water.
Okay, ja. Großer Dialog, warum man seinen Feinden helfen sollte. Aber selber drum streiten, dass der eine das Hühnchen versaut. Okay, okay. Macht Sinn. Alright, und damit dürfen wir mit Titania eigentlich durch sein. Yep. Cool. Doch wohin gehe ich als nächstes? Jo, Talesien. Das sieht gut aus. Oh ja, hier haben wir viel zu erledigen. Leg los.
Oh, hello again, Doctor.
Good day. May I order a bouquet? I need it this weekend.
A bouquet? Is it already that time again? You're heading to a ball again this year?
That's right.
A ball? Same as always, Nico's favorites?
No, I'd like to order lilacs this year.
Lilacs?
I thought I'd tell her the news when I visited this year.
So, you finally decided to marry?
I have. I could never forget Nico. Not a day goes by where I don't think, if only I'd made up my mind sooner with her, then asked her to move here. She wouldn't have been there on that tragic night. And yet, I have to move on.
I think that's the right decision. We can't give up on our lives over those who have left us. We have to live. I'll make the biggest lilac bouquet you've ever seen. I'm sure Nico will be happy for you. And congratulations.
Thank you.
Why a lilac bouquet?
Lilacs have a special meaning. A treasured memory.
I see. I hope his message reaches her.
Yes, I believe it will.
Können wir den dann in der Ball antreffen, wie er das macht? Das wäre ganz lustig. Und ja, bei Zugucken. Ich dachte schon für einen Moment, jetzt geht das wieder mit dieser Illusionssache los. Weil aber hier nach wie vor tot ist. Okay, wir haben noch eine Schatztruhe mehr. Und hier unten noch ein bisschen was zu quatschen. Huch.
I'm finally done cleaning up the house.
Herzlichen Glückwunsch.
This house has plenty of room. We can add more to our family and still be fine.
But that means I'd have to work that much harder, too.
It won't be so bad. As long as we work together as a family, it'll be okay.
Yeah, and Zavid will help out too.
Was zum Teufel?
Yeah, that's right. We always help each other in times of need, just like the way Zavid does.
Aren't you the bossy one? But I hear you. We'll do it Zavid's way.
Yeah!
Ist es hier Zavids Familie oder was?
I hope Zavid comes over to play soon.
Der ist leider mit Kämpfen beschäftigt.
Zavid.
We should ask them how they know him.
Yes, we should. I'll handle it.
Dann mach mal Eleanor. Na eben, hatte Eleanor überhaupt schon eine Charakterquest? Ich glaube, das haben wir bisher komplett verpasst.
I'm Eleanor Hume, an exorcist with the Abbey. I'm terribly sorry to intrude, but I was hoping you would tell me how you all know Zavid.
Oh, do you know Zavid too?
Yes, we
so
have a
gut.
history. I was passing by when I just happened to hear his name, and I thought I'd ask.
Oh, sure. Well, we feel like we owe him a great deal. I guess it all started when he kidnapped us.
Oof.
Kidnapped you?
Let me explain. My wife and I, we were both chefs. And one day, Zavid showed up out of the blue and practically hauled us back to his home.
There waiting for us were Theodora and these children.
Theodora?
Yeah, Theodora. You know, his girlfriend.
His girlfriend.
Ah.
These children had lost
Der
their
Drache.
parents, and Zavid and Theodora took them in. Then Zavid rushed us back outside. We were so startled by how sudden it all was. We had no idea what he was going to try to make us do.
But then he asked us if we could cook the children a meal that humans would find delicious. He said that Malakim enjoy eating the same kind of food as humans do, but they lack the skills or know how to cook it.
At this point, how could we not help? We made them the biggest and best meal we could.
It was huge and delicious. The mambo curry nearly melted my face off.
The pasta margarita was the best. Well, I loved the peach pie.
But yeah, after that, we ended up stopping by the house a lot and started teaching Theodora some recipes.
We lost a child to a demon. Ever since, we've forgotten we could ever laugh. But Zavid, Theodora, and the children, they gave us a newfound joy in life.
From a kidnapper to a savior, then.
Exactly. Until they came along, we'd never even realized that Malakim have hearts, just like people do.
It's because they do that they fight alongside you exorcists against the demons. I see that now.
Right.
What was Theodora like? I love her. When I was too scared to sleep, she held my hand and let me sleep in her bed. She reminded me of my mom.
But Zavid was always so mean to me. One time, he even hit me upside the head.
You two were always roughhousing, being dumb and breaking stuff and getting hurt.
Hey, you wanna fight?
Come on, you two. Calm down.
It sounds like these kids were well loved.
Yeah. But one day, without any warning, Theodora left the house and went missing.
And Zavid went off in search for his love, leaving you two to care for the children.
He asked us to keep the kids safe until he and Theodora returned home.
We just recently moved here, where there's a port, because our old town was too remote.
All right. I think I get it now. Thank you for sharing your story with us.
Zavid can be a bit rough and tumble, but he's a good man at heart. If he's in trouble, I hope you'll help him out. If not for him, then for the children.
All right.
Wie genau ist Theodora denn zum Drachen geworden? Die Malakim waren doch nur zu Drachen, wenn die eine gewisse Bosheit erreichen. Aber es sieht nicht so aus, als ob das was wäre, was auf sie zutrifft. Vielleicht geht die Quest noch weiter. Oder? Haben wir da irgendeine Quest dazu? Nee. So, was geht hier ab?
People have been saying that the Lord of Calamity destroyed Mercio, but do you know anything about what happened?
Well, Mercio wasn't destroyed. It was more like taken over.
Oof.
All the people were driven out.
How are other towns holding up?
Well, there are more demons around than before. I'd say people are getting nervous.
Is the demon blight really spreading?
It's the worst it's ever been these past few years.
In that case, it's more important than ever that we settle Eastgand.
Eastgand has had the least trouble with the demon blight. More importantly, there's room here for so many to settle.
So, you want to build a new town?
Yeah, I'm thinking of the area around Lake Pernia. It's high up, but it's good land.
Ready access to good fresh water is a big plus. The soil is rich there too, so it'd be a good location for a town.
All right, now I'm getting excited.
Me too. It won't be easy, but in this world, what is? Besides, I want to do my part to help people.
Okay, last thing we'll need is ladies. We can't start a town without our better halves.
Before we plan our town, we'll need to plan for romance.
Don't waste your time.
What?
No woman will fall for a guy who whines about needing love or romance to make something of himself. If you want proof, look no further than the icy glares these ladies here are giving you.
Oh, that's scorn. I've never seen anything like it.
Still, it'll be lonely there with just a bunch of guys.
Speak not of dreams. Become them. I read that in a book once. People are drawn to those with conviction, who work hard to fulfill their dreams.
In other words, find passion in something, and someone will take notice of you.
A long time ago, I read that the secret to finding love is not to fall for someone, but to make someone fall for you.
Okay, let's do it. Let's make our lakeside town a reality.
Woohoo! The girls won't be able to keep their hands off us.
Man gründet halt eine ganze Stadt, nur um an Frauen ranzukommen. Warum auch nicht? So, Gildenboy, gibt's irgendwas Neues? Wir müssen mal irgendwie auf die Hexen zurückkommen. Ich weiß genau, dass noch ein Code Red auf uns wartet. Das ist auch so eine Quest, die mir noch fehlt, wie ich dahin zurückkomme. Ist halt gut, dass ich das wieder nochmal als erkunde. So, schön. Schön, schön. Doch noch so viel zu quatschen.
She must be that white-horned dragon, right?
Richtig.
I don't see any other reason for Zavid to risk his life protecting a dragon.
To be living with human children who have gone through such trauma. The risk of exposure to malevolence would have been high.
And yet she was willing to help them. To take them in. It's no wonder Zavid wants to save her.
But there's no way to turn her back into a Malak, right?
That's correct.
Which is why you feel you have to kill it. I don't disagree with your conclusion.
But
I think you're going about it the wrong way.
how so?
No one would stand by and permit his former love to be killed before his very eyes. Even when said love has been irrevocably changed. If you could empathize with him and talk things out, I think you two can come to terms without having to fight.
For some things, Eleanor, emotion runs too deep for reason to be heard. If he was so easily swayed that words could convince him, he would already have killed that dragon.
But still...
I'm not in the mood to argue. Let's just go.
If only I could learn how to control those flames.
Ei. So, ich sehe mal kurz im Hafen nach, ob da noch irgendwas geht. Ob wir nochmal irgendwie zu einer Verwaltungsinsel kommen. Vielleicht kommt wirklich so einer. Oder auch nicht.
Is the world gonna be destroyed by the bad guys?
Ja.
By this calamity monster?
Ja.
What I tell you about
Definitiv.
asking weird questions to strangers? Sorry, he's a real handful.
I don't mind. My little brother was full of curiosity too. Always asking everyone all sorts of questions.
Oh, is this your brother? No, I'm not.
Uff.
So the world's
Uff.
gonna be destroyed?
Das war die falsche
What would you
Frage.
say if I said yes?
I don't want to be destroyed. I want to be a pirate and explore the world, and I wouldn't be able to have my sister's meatballs anymore.
So, what will you do about it?
I'll stop that monster. I'll protect my sister.
Okay, leg
Then
los.
you'll need to get stronger. The Lord of Calamity is really tough.
Leg los, Kleiner.
Stronger than a demon or a dragon?
You bet. But you'll still fight her?
I will.
Good answer. As a reward, I'll give you a good tip. If you want to get stronger, you'll need to get your own compass first.
A compass? Isn't that for ships? That'll make me stronger?
Yes, I know a boy who found a compass. With it, he traveled the world and got really strong.
Wow. I'll find the compass and get strong too.
Okay, viel Erfolg. Wenn du es miterlebst. Uff. Mir fällt gerade auf, wie groß die Stadt eigentlich ist. Kann ich noch mal Händler reinschauen, ob die irgendwas Besonderes für uns hat. Könnte besser sein. Was willst du machen?
I know you guys. I heard you put a real dent in the Exorcist's strength.
I take it you're a Bloodwing? Got any new information for us?
With all the turmoil, there's a lot of noise out there. But I've heard one rumor that stands out. So there was this skilled Exorcist Praetor at the top of his game, yeah? Apparently, he got taken down by a Pignon.
Oh? And how'd this Pengun supposedly pull that off?
I know it sounds like I'm pulling your leg, but I'm serious. The Praetor said the Pignon attacked with arts of earth, water, fire, and wind.
The four elements.
That's not all. From what I hear, this Pignon sports red eyes
Ist
and a
das vielleicht der
golden
Gefährte
goat.
von
They call it Goldepin.
All right. So where
Von
is
Giant?
this Goldepin?
The attack happened in the Figal ice caps. But I gotta warn you guys, Goldepin is said to be an ominous creature that signals the end of the world. Listen, I'm telling you this for your own good. Whatever you do, you'd better steer
Auf
clear.
keinen Fall.
Why would you say that? Oh, now we have to check this out.
Das ist richtig.
So it's a penguin with red eyes, a gold coat, and control over all four elements? That must mean...
They're calling her Goldepin, huh?
I've seen a lot of things out there, but never anyone who's mastered all four elements. Excluding myself, of course.
Whatever she is, if she's taken down a Praetor, she might be willing to work with us.
Or, you know, it could be a trap.
This strengthens the case that she could be connected to the four Empyreans.
Either way, we should probably go and find out.
I'll send word to Jude in Iseult.
Hold on. That
Jude.
might complicate the situation.
We promised we'd let him know if we heard anything. I'm just staying true to our word.
Fine. But I have my own way of doing things too.
Okay. Cool, dass die Quest noch weitergeht. Ich dachte schon, es wird eher nichts enden. Was? Wenn ich hier penne, gibt's nichts? sinnlos. Ich dachte, ich würde in jedem Inn, wo ich nicht geschlafen habe, irgendeinen Dialog sehen. Verdammt. Die ist immer noch nicht fertig. So, ich will zumindest jetzt noch die Stelle zu Ende bringen. Obwohl, wir sind doch eigentlich so gut wie fertig, oder? Die eine Schatzkiste brauche ich jetzt nicht zwingend. Ja. Ich werde jetzt auch nicht jedes Gebiet komplett nochmal ablaufen. Ich werde die Städte mir angucken und Spots, wo noch was sein könnte. Aber jetzt ja zum Beispiel diesen ganzen Klippenpfad mir angucken und so, das muss ja nicht sein. Das halte ich für ziemliche Verschwendung. Ja, es macht, glaube ich, eher weniger Sinn, oder? Gut, vielleicht gucken, was dort noch ist, in diesem langen Gang dort. Aber ansonsten... Ich glaube jetzt eher nicht, dass hier viel geht. Ich glaube, das nächste, was interessant wäre, wäre Abal. Und jetzt bin ich genau vor dem Morgana-Wald. Das passt so. Nun werde ich jetzt auch hier Folgenstopp machen. Wir sehen uns im nächsten Part, wenn wir uns weiter umsehen nach Sachen, die wir übersehen haben könnten. Und schauen, was wir noch so finden. Also bis zum nächsten Part und bis dahin. Ich darf die Folge nicht beenden. Ach, Spiel.